other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Down! Green, the line! Green, the line! Richmond!
On 1st down, it's Watson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And here now come the Falcons. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, they'll throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Well, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Black 22! Black 22! Come back, come back!
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Black 22! Black 22! Black 99 Philly!
Watson just beating the play clock. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Black 22! Black 22!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Houston in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
Leopard! Watching that, Barney!
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take it.
And got his man complete. Room here to run. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Green the line! Green the line! Reset!
They start on the ground with Geis. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Blue 80! Richmond!
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Green the line! Reset!
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. This is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Just keeping the play alive. Able to slither by. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
They'll look to throw here. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And it's a fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 30 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
All right, partner, let's go to cliche time. We're all back to even after that score tied the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Drops it off for Coleman. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Now making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Down. Green the line. Green the line. Hey, watch your leg.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 39. And Gold is able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, black 22. Black 22. Tiger.
From the gun, Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. To throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Now back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Black 22. Black 22.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for 1st down.
Hey, green the line. Green the line.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Tiger,
On the ground, Geis. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Going up top. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Coleman now. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Over!
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man, Hilton. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Watch it now, Barney!
They will run again with Coleman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's it, baby!
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Hurry up, here we go!
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They're going to look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mark Barron. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Black 22! Black 22!
Watson, off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Hey! Blue 80! Blue 80! Come back! Come back!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. Given 30 yards there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Green the line! Green the line!
From the gun, here's Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Gun!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And with the play clock winding down, Jay Gruden's going to use a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Falcons going to use another timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. This give is to McCoy. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it, because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Redskins, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here.